Johor, Malaysia. The characteristics and the causes of the building defect will be further explained in this video.
Here we go to the first defect, iron rusting. The iron rusting is found on the iron fence of my house. In this situation, I found that there is a cooling pan which caused the exposure of iron to the air. We also can see some brownish or orange color layer on the surface, so normally we call it rust. The iron rusting is considered as the minor defect because the rusting currently only happens on the surface. There is no further corrosion which may lead to the serious damage. Rusting is a form of electrochemical process leading to disintegration of a material into its constituent atoms. In the rusting process, the free oxide ion bonds with the dissolved iron form iron trioxide, so-called rust. Once the rust forms, the porous surface will trap additional liquid to lead to the further corrosion. In the rusting chemical reaction, oxygen is a very good oxidizing agent, whereas iron is a reducing agent. Therefore, the iron atom readily gives up electrons when exposed to oxygen. The second defect is the vegetation from the cement crack. The defect found at the car porch area. From my observation, there is a gap between the tiles. A cement crack happens between the tiles, causing exposure of soil to the air. Some tiny vegetation found in the gaps which may cause building defects. On the other hand, there is no any lifting tiles caused by the spring catch and the expansion of soil. A small plant causes big problems. The defect may happen because initially the surface may contain microscopic cracks. The cracks get deeper and wider as the plant grows. The plants obtain the nutrients and water via the root system. The sensitive tips of the roof have the power to sink the least resistant part for growth. The expansion of the microscopic crack happens due to the roof growth. The next defect is peeling pans. The defect is found on the interior wall in the bedroom. The wall is a concrete wall with white pan. The white pan is peeled off so we can see through the inner layer of the wall. The inner layer may be the previous pan layer or pan primer. There are some pan layers flanking on the surface. The wall surface is rough because there are some blisters causing the lifting pans from. In this situation, there are two causes that may lead to the occurrence of the peeling pans. First, the defect may be a sign of dampness. The poor ventilation causes the excessive moisture exists in the bedroom. The dampness also can be caused by the penetrated moisture. For the interior surface, the moisture may reason with the structural problem of the foundation that is causing moisture to seep inside the room. The second cause of the peeling pans is lack of the preparation work. There are some dirt on the surface before painting, causing the pan can't detach well to the wall. The incorrect primer used or no primer applied before the painting also will lead to the peeling pan happen. The following defect is ghosting. The defect is found in the kitchen. In this video, we can see the ceiling at the kitchen, which is made by the plaster board. In this situation, we can see that the stand appears in perfectly straight line. Why it looks so weird? The stands formed regularly is follow the framing due to the poor insulator. If we look closer, we can observe the dark spot grow along the ceiling framing. So, what is ghosting? Ghosting is the term used to describe unexplainable dark streaks or patches on ceiling. Ghosting is the result of a slow build-up of soot, dust, dirt, and other particles that have attached to objects such as ceiling. In this case, ghosting occurs when soot and dust particles stick to the ceiling. The cold spots on ceiling will grow damp from condensation with soot and dust. Ghosting indicates the ceiling is poor insulated. Over time, the moisture leads to mold in the form of ghosts, and the spot becomes permanent stain. Ghosting is caused by the lack of ceiling insulation. The dark spots area matches the exact width of the ceiling frame. It's indicated the ceiling is poor insulated. High humidity also can cause ghosting. The ventilation system fails to remove the dampness to outside due to the high humidity in kitchen. The last defect is timber decay. The defect is found at the bathroom. It is a timber door frame in the bathroom, and the timber door frame always stay in a humid surrounding as is used as the bathroom door frame. It is a hollow and rot timber. The timber become weak and left the cuticle at the outermost side. The timber still can support the door frame, but there is a serious rot at the bottom portion of the timber. As the door frame is at bathroom where it's humid all the time, the lower parts of the door frames rots more due to repeatedly splash water on it. It is high probability to attach the water, so the lower part of the door frame have the serious rot. As we know, the timber frame exposed to the moisture, which is the main critical element in timber decay process. Due to the timber frame suffers in high humidity situation, I assume the type of timber decay is known as wet rot. Wet rot is the most common type of timber decay in which the fungi feeds on timber. The timber must be damp or wet enough for the fungi to thrive and continue the rotting process. In conclude, the 5 defects in my house are iron rusting, vegetation from cement cracks, peeling pans, ghosting, and timber decay. All in all, the building is suffering in the dampness issue, so let's take good care of our house. Thanks for watching.